So 4 years ago, I posed this question: are we the first generation that won't die? Now, in any previous generation, it would have been absolutely crazy to pose that question. Of course, death is inevitable. At this moment, though, in the speed at which AI is developing, I think it is the first time in human history where you can ask with a sober face that we may be the first generation who won't die.
I agree.
Now, doing that, I've become the most measured person in the world. And we have measured everything, every biological age of every organ in my body. Also, we've measured the toxins in all foods and all supplements. I can tell you, I've learned the outcome is food is guilty until proven innocent. The toxin load in our foods is insane.
So no, you don't think that access to a doctor helps you stay alive?
So wait, hold tight.
No.
Like, why do you interrupt so much?
Why do you?
Because I'm trying to get to the point. I asked you a very specific question, and you're repeating how you're never gonna die, and all the blood boys that you have on on lock, or like nobody cares, man. We're not as rich as you to live forever. People want to be able to see a doctor. People want to survive when they get a diagnosis. People want to get access to meds and not go bankrupt. Medical bankruptcy is the leading cause of bankruptcy in this country. Don't you know that? Or are you too rich to sort of like X yourself out of that situation?
Matt, you are really a rude person.
I was actually enjoying his answers.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Brian,
Brian,
someone should be rude, man. Someone should ask you hard questions. This guy's not going to.
Francesca, let him answer. Let him answer. Brian.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. My goodness. So what I'm saying is we have tested foods of all types, and the toxin load in the U.S. food supply is horrific. It is really, really bad for everyone's health. Now, when you're consuming toxins every day, when children are, adults are, and you don't have control over that, just like breathing bad air, you really get sick. And so is it the case that you don't have a doctor? Is that the problem? Or is it the case that you've got a toxic food supply that's filling you full of these things every single day? And so what I think would be cool is if we did something like we mapped the U.S. food-ome, just like the genome. If we actually mapped 80% of the foods that Americans eat on a daily basis and measured the toxins in the foods, what does the average baby consume on a daily basis of mercury and lead and arsenic? What does the average person consume for BPAs and phthalates and microplastics? To me, that would be like an investigative act where we get a baseline. What is the toxic load of each person? Then does that explain metabolic disease? Does it explain obesity? Is it explaining why there's so many mental health problems? Maybe.
Yeah, I think these are definite questions to be asked.